First of all, the modern understanding of religious culture is very localized. For example, if you are studying the history of religion, whether you are, from Oxford or Harvard or Cambridge, all you are thinking is this history is like India has the four Vedas. In the Western world, they had some kind of shamanism, then paganism, and then Christianity. And then the Middle East, similar, and then finally Muhammad and Islam. And, the rest of the world must be shamans, blah, 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 blah. But actually, when you look at the Veda properly, without any external bias, without any politics, without any political colorings, you see actually the Veda was universal. The Veda belongs to everybody, not only to India. You can see in languages, as I was just saying a while ago to you, that this Russian language, there are a lot of Sanskrit words. And similarly, in English language has so many Sanskrit words that it actually is a language that I'm going to copyright and take over the intellectual property right. I'm joking. But you see, most of the languages, especially the European languages, are known as the Indo-European languages. They're all Sanskrit-based languages. Because of the past 18th century scholarship and 19th century scholarship, they were politically biased. And so they were saying like English was coming from Latin, this one came from that. It is not true. It is actually a direct compacting system. If you understand the science of mantras and the Sanskrit grammar very well, you will see that it is actually a direct result of Sanskrit. And so I can explain all these things in details, but right now we don't have the time to go into this. So if you are looking at the Veda as a universal phenomena belonging to humanity, it was and is the first written record for humanity, for everybody. So if you're looking at it, and when you're looking at it, then history, where the migration, the sailors, and the sailors came to Asia, and they discovered India, all this becomes untrue, because linguistically you can see that they are all having the same background. Even Chinese language, which is supposed to be not related to Indo-European languages, has actually the mathematical notations as their language system. It's the same as Sanskrit. So, in fact, the whole world was having a similar philosophy. The only difference is that because of astronomy and astrology, there are some different presentations. Otherwise, it was a universal concept. There is no different Vedas. There are 23,000 different verses. And they are called Rig, means, Rig usually is translated as verses or this, but I translate it as formulas. And this formula is for you to understand the meta-science. And then there is, of course, Yajurveda. In the Yajurveda, they go into explaining the deeper details of the science. There are very deep notions, because I was saying, like, it is almost like physics, but superphysics, metaphysics, meta-science. And so they have very accurate principles, mathematics, many things, grammar, everything to understand the science precisely. So, and then the mantra part of things, how to calculate the mantras are in the Samaveda. And the practice part of it, as an example of practice, it is in the Atharvana Veda or Atharva Veda. So they are one Veda, but many denominations come out of that, many shakas. There are 16 shakas. And then there are, of course, agamas, tantras like this.